Margaret stares at the perfectly organized college care package on her kitchen counter, checking her list for the third time. Protein bars, laundry detergent, homemade cookies, vitamins, and a dozen other items her son Jake might need during his sophomore year. She glances at her phone, fighting the urge to text him again. She already sent 2 messages this morning, asking about his midterm schedule. Her husband David walks into the kitchen, coffee mug in hand. Still planning Jake's life from 300 miles away, he asks gently, but Margaret catches the concern in his voice. "I'm just making sure he has everything he needs," Margaret replies, sealing the package with excessive tape. College is stressful enough without worrying about basic necessities. David sits beside her at the breakfast table. "Honey, when I was in college, my mom called once a week. You've called Jake 4 times since Sunday." Margaret's defensive walls rise immediately. Times are different now. Kids face more pressure, more competition. Jake needs support. Support, yes, but what Jake got yesterday wasn't support, David says carefully. When you called his professor to discuss his grade on that paper, you crossed a line. The words hit Margaret like cold water. She had convinced herself that advocating for Jake was good parenting. But seeing David's expression makes her question everything. "I was just trying to help," she whispers. That afternoon, Margaret's phone rings. It's Jake, and her heart leaps with the familiar rush of being needed. "Mom, I need to talk to you." Jake's voice sounds strained. "What's wrong? Are you eating enough? Did you bomb that chemistry test? I can call your professor and explain." "Mom, stop." Jake's interruption is firm, but not unkind. "That's exactly what I need to talk about. My roommate's parents visit once a semester. His mom texts him maybe twice a week. Meanwhile, you're calling my professors, tracking my grades online, and sending care packages every month." Margaret feels her world tilting. "I thought you appreciated my involvement." "I'm just trying to be a good mother." "You are a good mother," Jake says softly. "But Mom, I'm 19. I need to figure things out on my own, even if that means making mistakes. When you swoop in to fix everything, it makes me feel like you don't trust me to handle my own life." The silence stretches between them as Margaret processes his words. She thinks about her own mother, who had been loving but distant, letting Margaret navigate college independently. At the time, Margaret had felt abandoned. She had sworn to be more involved with her own children. "I don't know how to stop," Margaret admits, her voice breaking. "Taking care of you and Emma has been my whole world for 20 years. If I'm not solving your problems or anticipating your needs, then what am I? You're still my mom, Jake says gently. But maybe you could also be Margaret again. Remember how you used to paint? You haven't touched your easel since high school. After hanging up, Margaret walks through her empty house. Emma left for college 2 years ago, and Jake's departure last year had left Margaret feeling purposeless. She had filled the void by becoming increasingly involved in their lives from a distance. But now she realizes she had been suffocating them with her anxiety disguised as love. She finds herself standing in front of the closet where her art supplies have been gathering dust. Her easel leans against the wall, forgotten and neglected. She pulls out a canvas and sets it up by the window, remembering how painting used to make her feel alive and creative. As she squeezes paint onto her palette, Margaret thinks about the woman she used to be before motherhood consumed her identity. She had dreams, passions, and interests that had nothing to do with anyone else's achievements or failures. The next morning, instead of researching Jake's upcoming assignments online, Margaret drives to the local community center. She signs up for a pottery class and volunteers to help with their literacy program. For the first time in years, she's doing something entirely for herself. Weeks pass, and Margaret finds herself naturally calling her children less frequently. When Jake calls to tell her about a difficult exam, she listens without immediately offering to intervene. When Emma mentions struggling with a roommate conflict, Margaret asks thoughtful questions instead of providing instant solutions. "You sound different, Mom," Emma observes during one of their calls. Happier somehow, Margaret smiles, looking at the painting she completed that morning. "I'm rediscovering parts of myself I had forgotten existed." David notices the change too. "You're glowing," he tells her over dinner. "It's like you're coming back to life." Margaret realizes that her helicopter parenting had been driven by her own fear of irrelevance, rather than her children's actual needs. She had been so afraid of not being needed that she had created artificial dependencies, preventing her children from developing confidence in their own abilities. Months later, when Jake calls to share that he made the dean's list, Margaret feels a different kind of pride. This achievement is entirely his own, earned without her interference or anxiety. She celebrates his success without taking credit for it. "I'm proud of you for letting me grow up," Jake tells her. "I know it wasn't easy." Margaret looks at her latest painting, a vibrant landscape that captures her newfound sense of freedom and purpose. "You know what I've learned? Good parenting isn't about making our children's lives perfect. It's about giving them the tools to create their own imperfect, beautiful lives, while we remember to live our own. She pauses, watching the sunset through her studio window. The greatest gift we can give our children isn't our constant presence in their problems. It's showing them that we're whole, fulfilled people who don't need them to be happy. That way, they know they're free to soar without worrying about leaving us behind. Margaret had spent years believing that good mothers sacrifice everything for their children. Now she understands that the best mothers model how to live authentically, demonstrating that love doesn't require losing yourself in someone else's journey.